Alright, so I'm back, and today we are going to take a look at Transformers Generations Rattrap. And there he is in his beast mode. Really, really nice. I really, really like this mold. It really, really suits him. Yeah, he's really cool. The tail is on a hinge here, and it's also... this is all soft rubber with a metal wire in it, so you can kind of bend it up if you so choose. Back legs can kind of move in and out, but when you do, it kind of breaks up the aesthetics there. Back paw is on a hinge, so it rotates. Front legs move up and down. And the front paws are on hinges, or on swivel joints. Now, this one on mine is really tight, and I'm really kind of not wanting to move it. But this one moves around just fine. No issues whatsoever. I maybe it just needs to be broken up a little bit in there. Maybe something happened during the construction of it. I don't know, but I mean, it moves, it just really doesn't want to move very far. So I kind of want to just leave it where it's at so it doesn't snap off. The mouth does open and close, although if you have it all the way closed, there's a little hinge right here that you push on to open it up, because you can't really get in there to get that. So, which is pretty cool. And his head does rotate up and down. Now he's got this panel. I'm trying to show this off here. He's got this panel that kind of covers up the neck portion, so you can kind of get him into a more of a standing pose, which is awesome. But on mine, it pretty much locks up inside the beast head, and it's gone forever. You have to kind of put your finger in here and just kind of push it out a little bit, and then you can kind of get it out. I mean, it looks great. It just doesn't work very well. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I do dig him. And I do apologize in advance. I don't have the Rhinox and Waspinator that just came out handy, so I can't really show him off against those guys. But yeah, he looks really cool. I really, really dig this mold. This rat mode is just awesome. You know, he's got some panel lines, but they hide pretty well. These little holes here don't hide very well, and as you can see, they're not really on there very well either. So that's a bit unfortunate, but seeing as I don't have an issue with this mode, aside from that, and you know, obviously the underbelly's not covered, I'm not going to really fault it for having little slots so that it doesn't, I mean, the slots are for so that it doesn't cause any pressure and stress marks, so won't fault it for that. Come down here, and he's got his rifle, and this does come apart into two smaller guns, and we'll go into those later. I'm not a huge fan of the clear plastic on these, but I mean, it works fairly well. So set those off, and to transform him, what you want to do is you want to pull these panels out. There's a little tab right here that plugs into the forearm. Yeah, tab there plugs in that, just like so. So you want to undo those, pull those back, pull it back. You want to pull the butt here up, trying to get everything out of the way, and just kind of pull all this junk down. What you want to do here is you take the arms, pull them up, like so, Just kind of get them up and out of the way. Fold the legs down. And this is pretty neat. You want to take these pieces here, and you fold this back section here around and in on itself. Then this whole assembly will form the excuse me, will form the calf of the leg. And then you take the beast mode foot and just kind of fold it in like that, and that just kind of becomes this heel spur. So it's pretty cool. So you straighten everything out, pull this back, and flip this over like so, and plug that in, collapse the foot, and there you got his legs done. Moving up to the top section here, you want to pull the arms out like so, and then you hinge this whole back assembly up, and then the butt section here will rotate in, and you can fold the tail straight down. Flip the rat head down, and then you take these little shoulder bits here and you fold them up, rotate the arm around, and there you have Generations Rattrap in robot mode. And he's really neat. I really dig this figure. Transformation's a little fidgety and very panely, but I think the overall look of both the beast mode and the robot mode really pull it off. Posability here. His shoulder is on a ball joint. There's a hinge in there too. Actually 2 hinges, so he kind of gets a little extra movement there, but for the most part it's on a ball joint. There is a swivel at the elbow. Elbow does bend. It doesn't bend very far, but it does bend. It goes a little bit backwards, but it doesn't bend very far forward. Yeah, they're both like that. Nothing at the wrist, which is unfortunate, but since he does have that posability at the elbow, it's not that big of a deal. And because of the gimmick with his forearm, I can understand why they wouldn't do that. Like this one, I you know, they should, but you know, it's, yeah, it'd be weird to have one bent posable wrist and the other one not. Hip is on a ball joint. There's a swivel right below it. He's got a bend at the elbow, and he does bend all the way backwards on, or at the knee. Sorry, nothing at the foot, but that's because of the way everything transforms. And the head is on a swivel joint. No ball joint there. And he's got some light piping going on, but they painted his eyes red, so you get like light piping but red paint, which I guess kind of works, but not entirely. It's strange, but you know, whatever. I would have preferred just some really nice shiny red paint in there. But yeah, what can you do? And the tail you can use to kind of like counterbalance him too. So he's not, I mean, he's a little back heavy, but the tail really helps balance that out. And then you can take his guns and you can port them into his hands. And just plug in, you know, same old. You guys have seen guns plug in before, so nothing too spectacular there. So he's got 2 little pistols. And then you can also take this part here, and there's a port on top of this gun here, and you can plug that in, and that's much more of Rattrap's gun. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the clear plastic. I'm not sure why they would decide to go with that and not like silver. It looks a little weird, but I guess it works. And then over here in his forearm, if you flip this up, pull this out. If you remember from the show, if you guys have ever watched the show, if not, I do recommend it. This is his little bomb pack. He'd pull them out of his wrist, and he'd like send them somewhere, and then they'd, you know, blow up like a bomb. That's why it's called a bomb pack. And it just plugs back in and close it up. It's a gimmick. I think the only thing that really hinders is the posability in the elbow and the you know, possibly having a wrist swivel. But it's not one of those ones that really break the figure. So yeah, really cool. I really dig this Rat Trap. I do think probably best Rat Trap we've gotten. Here he is with the Seeker mold, and he's just a hair shorter than the Seeker mold, so he's a small deluxe. And here he is with the Eye-Gear Seeker. So that looks nice there. But yeah, all in all, I think he's a really solid figure. A lot of fun to transform. Little too complicated for scale. But I'm not really going to fault him too much on that, because it works. My only real gripe is like the Tankor figure. He's not in the appropriate scale for his character. Whereas Tankor should be Voyager to Ultra, you know, maybe even a leader class figure. He should be more like the Legends, the new Legends with the Target Masters scale. That would be much more appropriate for him. Because he really was a small character in the show. But then again, you know, Optimus Primal was an Ultra figure, and he should have been a deluxe. So, but yeah, he's really cool. All in all, I think I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's a really solid figure, fun to transform. Like I said, it's a little overcomplicated, but not too terrible. And just, even though it is a little complicated, it's one of those ones that, like, once you have him in robot mode or beast mode, it really pulls off. You know, that's one of my things that I don't like about some overly complicated ones. It's like so over, like Perfect Effects Fortress Maximus figure. You know, he was very overly complicated, and his robot mode looked amazing, but his alt mode was like, you know, what am I looking at here? Whereas, you know, this guy, he looks really good in robot mode and really good in beast mode. So I won't fault it for being too complicated. And these wings still can move around a little bit, so you can kind of position them how you want a little bit. But all in all, pretty good figure. I do really like him. I'm very happy with it. I hope they make some more Beast Wars. Please give us a better Cheetor and a better Dinobot. They remade those guys back in the Universe 2.0, and they were just garbage. And Dinobot wasn't too bad, but Cheetor was. See, we need a new Pterosaur, we need new Scorponok, new Inferno would be nice, Black Arachnia, Tarantulas, Megatron, Primal, yeah. Actually, for Primal, just reissue the Robot Masters Deluxe one, and we'll be fine. So yeah, Generations Rattrap, pretty good figure.